So let's just get right. Shut the fuck up, train. Fuck you. I'm trying to film a fucking video, bitch. I've been waiting. I have to get this video up at 9 o'clock. It is 7:41. Do not fuck with me right now, bitch, because I will get up and I will jump out that motherfucking window and I will stop you dead in your fucking tracks. Literally, dead in your fucking tracks, train. Don't fucking play. I'm so mad. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to film this video for the last 10 fucking minutes and this train keeps tooting their motherfucking horn like, bitch, if you don't fucking play it, I'm gonna toot your fucking horn. I'm probably gonna cuss a lot, so warning, if you do not like the word fuck and you do not like rambling and you do not like yelling, do not watch this motherfucking video because you are gonna be triggered as fuck. So basically everybody knows that YouTube is fucking shady, but nobody ever really talks about it. So I was inspired by my good friend Michelle Platty. I will link her video in the description so you can go check that out. But I was inspired by her to make this video because I watched hers and she just was telling the motherfucking truth. Like she was preaching it and I was like, fuck, why have I not made a video like this yet? So I went on Twitter and I asked you guys to give me the hard-hitting questions on what you wanted answered about YouTube, and I'm gonna be answering all those. And I'm also gonna be giving my own insight. I'm just gonna let it screech. Just gonna let it screech. I feel like 1,000 people just unsubscribed. It's hot as fuck in here, by the way, and I don't have an air conditioner because I'm not prepared for life. I'm not a fucking adult. Because I didn't think that summer was gonna hit so fucking hard. So I'm just in my house with the windows all open in this hot ass fucking heat. But then of course, I choose to wear the two colors that make heat more intense because I want to look cute on camera. This is the sacrifice. This is the price that I have to pay. Okay, the trains are gone. Okay, good. Let's just get right into the first fucking topic. Fake YouTubers. This girl, I'm gonna get so fucking rattled. Just warning you right the fuck now. I do not understand how somebody can be so fucking fake. I've dealt with so many fake ass YouTubers, it's not even funny. You've watched my exposing rude YouTubers videos, like you've seen it. You know, you watch people online, they seem sweet, they seem like they're cool, they seem like they would at least say hi back to you or be kind to you when you meet them in person, then when you meet them, they're fucking cunts. It makes me lose faith in YouTube, and that's another reason bitches that only care about money. They don't give a fuck about their subscribers, and they don't give a fuck about people who have less numbers in them. All they give a fuck about are numbers. I can't deal with bitches like that. I just really can't. That's not really fake. That's more like just stuck up with a 10-inch up their fucking asshole. But there are fake ass bitches too that I also cannot deal with. If you're gonna start a YouTube channel, be honest. It's not that fucking hard. I really don't understand how hard it is to be transparent with your audience. You don't have to tell them everything. Like, I understand that. Because even me, like, I have my own personal things that I don't talk about on YouTube. It's not that I'm trying to hide it or anything. It's just my own personal life, and everyone is entitled to their privacy. That is understandable. Like, I'm not coming at anybody for that. What is concerning and fucking annoying is when people go on camera pretending to be so fucking innocent, like Dora, like Disney Channel ass motherfucking innocent ass bitches. But then when you meet them, they're fucking smoking weed and blackout fucking drunk. Like, what? And they're fucking like young too. Like, that's the thing. Like, not all of them, but a lot of them. Like, they're fucking 13-year-olds. What are you doing, dude? Hold up, I have to drink a Coke. And it's not even just underage people too. There are people who are of age that can drink, that try to pretend that they don't, and try to pretend that they're innocent. And to me, what's the fucking point? You don't have anything to hide because it's not illegal for you to do that. Like, don't pretend to be one person online and then behind closed doors you're a totally different way. People will like you and respect you a lot more for being honest. There are so many fucking people in the world and everybody has different tastes. If I have subscribers, my extra ass, annoying ass, if people can watch me, then people will accept you. They won't care that you drink. They won't care that you smoke. It might not be the best influence in the world, but they're gonna find out anyway. So why not just be honest? Would you rather hide it and then you get exposed and then everyone's like, wow, you're a liar. Like, why didn't you tell us the truth? Like, I don't understand why people lie saying they don't drink or they don't do that, but then they do, and then they get caught in a lie, and it makes you look bad. If you're just honest, you don't have anything to fucking hide. For me, first of all, I don't drink, I don't smoke. But if I did, I would tell you. Like, I just would. Because why would I want there to ever be a possibility that I can get exposed? Why would I want to, like, you know, tell you guys, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and then all of a sudden somebody records me drinking and smoking and posts it and exposes me and makes me look terrible. Like, I don't fucking want that. Nobody fucking wants that. Am I saying that I'll never drink in my life? No. When I am of age, probably. I probably will try weed. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here, if I ever do try it, and say that I've never tried it or that I'm never doing it. As of right now, no, I don't do any of that. But if I were, I would just be open about it. Like, I mean, I guess that doesn't make me the best influence. But at the end of the day, I just feel like my integrity and, you know, my trust that I have with my viewers is more fucking important than having a clean ass, fake ass image. Alexis asks, are some people on YouTube as nice as they seem, or are they actually pretty rude and take the fame supporters for granted? And this is a question that ties into what I was just talking about, because I wanted to like answer your guys' questions while I did this as well. And yes, there's so many fucking YouTubers that take what they have for granted. They like let it get to their fucking head and they change. And it sucks because there's so many YouTubers that I have watched that have always said that they're never gonna change, but then they fucking do. And that's so scary because you can get caught up, and I'm gonna be honest as fuck right now. I have gotten caught up too. Everybody has. But at the end of the day, I've been able to take myself and look at myself and say, Colin, don't fucking do this shit. Fix that shit. Remember why you started? And I always come back to my roots and why I started. So I always get my shit together. But people are so far gone and don't give a fuck, and they're so on their high horse, they think they're the fucking shit, that they don't care. A lot of people do take their subscribers for granted. As I grow my channel, I get really scared. And not because I think I'm gonna change. Like, I'm gonna always come back to my roots. But I always get nervous that I'm gonna be around really fucking toxic people and it's gonna really fuck me up. Because I've already gotten fucked up a lot since I've started social media. I've been in a lot of drama. You guys know about all the shit that I've had to go through. However, I am still here and I have grown as a person. I've learned a lot from every single situation I've ever been through. And I'm gonna continue to keep being the person that I was when I started YouTube. Of course I'm gonna change, but not in a negative way. I never wanna lose the things that made you guys like my videos. I never wanna lose my passion. I never wanna lose the reason why I started. And that is to inspire other people. But a lot of people lose that. They lose why they started. And if they ever even started to inspire people, I don't even know based on their actions. Like, some people, I'm convinced they just fucking started because they knew that I could get them money, and it fucking did, and they ran with it. Like, a lot of fuckboys, let's be real as fuck. I'm so irritated by some fuckboys on social media. If you look good, like, obviously, like, that's not your fault. There are a lot of attractive people. I'm not mad at attractive people. What's upsetting is when people are attractive and they know that they are, and they know that they can manipulate their subscribers because they're attractive, and they can do anything basically, and their subscribers will keep letting them do it. It's so fucking frustrating when you see somebody that does something fucked up and the excuse for a lot of their subscribers is, well, they're hot, so I don't care. And honestly, that's so sad for me to see, because that's like, you don't value yourself. You don't respect yourself, because you're saying that a boy, because he's attractive, can do whatever he wants. That's like, in real life, I get concerned for people that say stuff like that, because it's like, what if you end up in a relationship where you think the boy is too good for you, or you think he's hotter than you, or you think that he's too good for you, and he is gonna keep doing whatever he wants to do and treat you like shit, and you're gonna let him because your excuse is gonna be, well, he's hot, so he can do whatever he wants. It's not right. And a lot of fuckboys that go on social media know that they can manipulate their subscribers, and it's so fucking upsetting. It's so fucking upsetting. It's one thing to learn from your mistakes. That's fine. I know a lot of people who have done things that are hot or whatever you want to say, but they realized that they were wrong, and they owned up to it, they apologized, and they moved on, and they became better, and they learned from it. And that's great. But what sucks is when there are people like fuckboys that know they're wrong and they don't give a fuck, they do not apologize, and they know that they can keep getting away with it because their fan base is gonna keep building their head up saying you're hot, you're this, and they become super fucking cocky when you meet them too. They think they're the shit, they're on top of the fucking world. I can't. Social media is the biggest high school I've ever been to. Like, you go to high school and you think high school is just one thing. Social media is high school intensified by like 1,000,000. The egos are bigger because everybody has followers, and instead of popularity being along the lines of what clothes you have or you being born to money, now it's like who has the most money, like who makes the most a year, like who gets the most views, who has the most subscribers. I don't give a fuck about that kind of shit, but seriously, it's like that, and people do think they're better than people because of that, and people leech on people, and people social climb people, and people kiss people's asses that have more subscribers. It's almost like people are devaluing people and only seeing numbers. It's so fucking fuck, dude. Now let's get into sponsorships, because I have a way different like opinion about sponsorships than most people do. And I think that a lot of people have these preconceived ideas of what they think sponsorships are, and it's not true. People think that as soon as a YouTuber does a sponsorship, that they're a sellout, that they're fucked up, that they're only in it for the money. And I just want to say this now. I will do sponsorships. I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm not going to pretend that I would never ever do them ever, because then if I do a sponsorship, then I'm a fucking liar, because I'm sitting here telling you that I would never ever do one, and then I go do one. Like, that doesn't make me look good, you know? But sponsorships are not bad. I think when it is bad is when people lie to their subscribers and they say that a product is good and it isn't, and then their subscribers go and pay money for that product. That is when I think you're being sketchy. That is when you're selling. That's when you're fucked up. But let's say it's a video game that's free, like an app. Let's say it's like Best Fiends, for instance. It's a free app. And let's say I talk about it for a minute and they offer to pay me or whatever, blah, 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 blah. There's nothing wrong with that in my opinion, because YouTube is still a job. As much as it's a hobby, I would be doing YouTube whether I was getting paid or not. But let's say I was making nothing off YouTube and I definitely was not making enough to take care of myself. I would have to go get another job. But what does that mean? If I get another job, that takes away from me posting. Like, it's still a hobby, I'd still do it. However, I wouldn't be able to do it as much because I'd be spending more time working at another job. So when you turn your hobby into your job, then you can dedicate all of your time into your hobby because it's your job at the same time. So that's why I don't understand why people get mad at people for making money off YouTube, because if you want to do it all the time, especially as an adult, because like me, I live by myself, I pay all my bills now, you know, like I'm gonna have to make money off it. And obviously, you know, we make like ad revenue, but ad revenue sucks nowadays. I know you guys heard about the fucking ad apocalypse or whatever the fuck they want to call that shit. You already know that our AdSense is going down low, honey. So there is a point where I'm gonna have to start taking sponsorships, but I'm never gonna like do shady shit. Like, I'm never gonna do a sponsorship that is making you guys pay for something if I don't believe in the product. If you ever see me doing it, I'm gonna be doing one for an app or something like that that's free. Because the thing that I don't understand why people get mad about Best Fiends and stuff is they talk about it for literally like 60 seconds. But you can skip it. You don't have to keep watching it. You can watch the rest of the video. Just skip it if you really don't want to see it. It's not hurting you by somebody doing a Best Fiend sponsorship. Like, how is that hurting you? You're not paying for the app. You don't have to download it at all, firstly. Secondly, it's free. So even if you did download it, you're not losing anything. And you're also helping support your YouTuber that you're watching. If you like them, you're helping support them. Wouldn't you want to support them? Like, for instance, Ariana Grande. She's a singer. I love her music. But would I ever say in my life that I think that Ariana Grande does not deserve to make any money? That she doesn't deserve to make money from magazines? She does not deserve to make money from her concerts? She doesn't deserve to make money for anything because she doesn't have a real job, like a lot of people like to say about YouTube. But at the end of the day, she still works. She still busts her ass. She goes to that studio and she works her fucking ass off. She goes to those concerts and works her ass off. She works her ass off on those shoots. So just because it's more of a fun job and it's more of her dream and it's something that she loves and she'd be doing whether she was getting paid or not, she'd be singing still, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that she shouldn't get paid. And like, I love her and I support her, so of course I'm gonna want her to be paid. So I don't understand when there are people who watch YouTubers that literally just want to pick apart them and say, you're doing a sponsorship, you're fucked up, you're a sellout, when they're doing something that first of all is free, you're not losing anything from downloading at all. And then also like why does it even matter? You can skip it. It's like not that big of a deal. Why are you mad that they're getting paid? Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess that's just what I'm trying to say. I don't understand why people get so upset about that. Like, I do understand if a YouTuber's sitting here like, here goes a laptop. It's $2,000. It's the best laptop in the world, guys. I love it. Or like the iCarly episode where they had the shoes and they got paid like all that money and they talked about the shoes, about how amazing it was, and did everything the sponsorship told them to say, basically. And then all these viewers of iCarly paid for the shoes and the shoes turned out to be complete shit. And then that made iCarly look bad. That's the thing. Nobody's gonna sit here and promote something that's shitty unless they just really, really need the money and they don't give a fuck about their reputation or their credibility. If they don't, that's kind of sad. They're really sellouts at that point. But what I'm saying is, if there were ever a product to come to me, why in my right mind would I ever want to sit here if I know the product's shitty, get paid for something, promote it for y'all, you guys go buy it, and then you unsubscribe from me and get mad at me because I sat here and promoted a bullshit product? I lose all of my credibility. Like, I might got quick cash, but was it really worth it? No, because your credibility is everything on YouTube. That's why I don't understand why people think that YouTubers are just gonna sit here and throw all their credibility out. Like the makeup artists and stuff. Like, people think that these people are literally just sitting here lying about these makeups and how they feel about it. What do they gain? All they got was a free product. And if they even have an affiliate link, who cares? They're not gaining that much from it. Their credibility is worth way fucking more than whatever little bit of money they're gonna make from their fucking affiliate link. Not saying that they make a little bit of money, but do you know what I mean? Like, their credibility is their whole career. So you're sitting here telling me that people are gonna throw their whole career on the line just to make quick bucks? Like, no. So I just wanted to say that about sponsorships, because people have really gotten those wrong. Like, that's like not how they are. Like, it's not shady to do sponsorships. Like, I don't think so at all. Like, and if I ever do it, I'm gonna be transparent. Like, I feel like if you lie about it, then that's shady. But if I'm doing a sponsorship and I tell you guys this video is sponsored by whatever app, and I still give you guys a video that I'm passionate about and that I love and that I'm excited to share with you, then like, I don't really see the problem. Also, mind you, my subscribers are really understandable. That's what I really fucking love. Like, you guys would never get mad at me if I did a sponsorship. Like, I understand that and I know that. But it does make me sad, you know, when I see other people's subscribers get mad. But then, the thing that's not okay is when these YouTubers go and lie because they're so scared about what the audience is gonna think. That's another thing. Like, if somebody unsubscribes from me because I do a sponsorship, then that shows that they don't really care about me. Because how could one little thing, like making money off something that is technically my job, how is that going to make you want to like unsubscribe and unsupport somebody completely? And these people will go and lie and say, I'll never do a sponsorship, and they like will lie about stuff because they're scared of what people will think. Or there are people I even know that won't do sponsorships just because they're scared people will get mad at them, and they're like literally taking on way more just because they don't take sponsorships. And it like, it's sad to see, because it's like I feel bad. Like, I don't feel like anybody should have to feel like trapped like that. Beth asks, is YouTube fame bad? Like, since you know some bigger YouTubers and stuff, and since you have quite a bit of followers, how do you like it? I love you. Oh, I love you too, Beth. You're a fucking queen. My experience with YouTube and growing is a lot different than other people's. Like, I didn't lose sight of the person that I am, so it doesn't really define me. I love all the opportunities I've been able to have. It means a lot to me that I can like go and meet people and I can touch people's lives and people can touch mine. It means a lot to me to know that I have a family of people that love and support me and that are there for me to lift me up when I'm down, and hopefully I can be there to lift you guys up when you're down as well. And it's nice to know that I have that. But at the same time, it doesn't change the person that I am. If anything, it humbles me more, because I know that I can lose it all in 1 second. I would rather like lose like everything that I've worked on social media for by being authentic and true to myself than like turning and changing and like being a fake ass bitch and a fucking entitled ass bitch and then losing it all because I was an entitled fake ass bitch. Like, I would rather just be me, and then just, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be kind of thing. It hasn't really changed anything, but it has changed people around me, I will say that, because one thing that hurts is people assume that you're Hollywood as soon as you gain followers. Like, there's so many people around me that, because I've gotten busier, you know, since I started YouTube, and because like I live by myself and all that kind of stuff now, and I pay my own bills and do whatever, like I'm an adult pretty much, and a lot of my friends still live with their parents because like they're my age, which is normal. I'm 18. Most 18-year-olds don't live by themselves, but like, you know, my life's a lot different and it's a lot complicated, and it's not even just YouTube, it's a lot of other things in my life that I will share later on in my videos. I have a story talking about like my life and all the things I've been through in my life soon. But yeah, so, you know, a lot of people get this idea, and not my friends, because my friends understand me and they love me, but people that I went to school with that weren't necessarily close friends but associates will say, you're Hollywood now that you have all these followers, or all you care about is that you have 100K, or you just care you have followers. And the thing is, I don't care about that. It means a lot to me. Like, I'm not like downplaying it. I'm not saying that like it doesn't mean a lot to me to hit that milestone. It means the world that I like have a family this big and that we've gotten to this point. It means a lot to me. It doesn't make or break me as a person, but a lot of people around me will assume I'm Hollywood just because I'm busier with life, or that I'm stuck up, or I've become too good for everyone, and that's like not the case at all. And I go out of my way to try to like show them, but it's like people don't care. So I kind of just got to the point where people who know me and like know me and see me and understand what kind of person I am, and I don't have to prove myself to those people. Those are the people that I surround myself with because they know how I am. I don't like to constantly have to feel like I need to prove myself to somebody. When you are around people like that, those are kind of the people that you need to let go. But one thing that does suck about growing on YouTube and being an influencer just in general, like I love it. Obviously the good always outweighs the bad. Like I want you guys to know that I'm not here like complaining about it. I love what I have. I'm not like ungrateful by any means at all, and the good does outweigh the bad. But the one thing that does suck is the double standard of it all. I don't view myself any differently than anybody who watches me. You guys are equal to me. I don't understand why people put themselves on pedestals and think they're better. And as much as it's nice for people to idolize me and stuff like that, like I think that's sweet and that's kind, but I think there's a difference between supporting somebody in that sense and saying, you're a YouTuber, so you have to be puppeteered. And you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? I mean, sometimes there have been times where I've gone on Twitter and I've said something, and people have deliberately sat there looking at my tweets, trying to find one thing wrong with them or one thing triggering to try to twist my words and turn it into something that it's not. Or people will attack me constantly. And if I say anything, when people constantly, 24/7, talk shit about me or call me names or say whatever, I can block them. They'll make more accounts and keep coming at me and saying something. But as soon as I say something back to them, people will say, you're a bully, you're rude, you're this. But in reality, if it had been anybody else who wasn't a YouTuber, if I'm being real as fuck, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have said anything. But because I'm a YouTuber, I have more responsibilities, I guess people say. And I understand that. Like, I do understand that I can't just like be going around here like acting rude as fuck and being triggering as fuck. Like, I do get that. Like, I want to be educated. I want to learn. I want to grow as a person. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's right for you to try to make it so you're stripping me of what all humans have. I have emotions too. You can't like desensitize me and dehumanize me as a person and think that I'm gonna be okay with people constantly talking shit about me 24/7 and then like not saying anything. Like, of course, like I try not to let it get to me, but at times it gets annoying, and if I snap and I have a breaking point where people keep picking and picking and picking, people shouldn't hate me for it. People shouldn't just be like, bye bitch, I'm done supporting you because of that, because that's just not right. If anybody in your life had did that, nobody would care. And this is another example, for instance, with weed. I don't have a problem with weed. I don't care about that. If you smoke weed, I don't have a problem with you at all. But for instance, let's say there is a viewer of YouTube that does not like smoking weed. But let's say their friend smokes weed. They're still friends with the person who smokes weed. They don't give a fuck. But they watch a YouTuber and they love the YouTuber and they support the YouTuber and they're very involved in the YouTuber's family and their life. But then all of a sudden they find out that the YouTuber smokes weed. And instead of being like how they were to their friend and still loving them and supporting them, even though they don't necessarily agree with that, they're gonna go ahead and cut the YouTuber off and say, fuck you, bitch. I'm done with you. You're fake as fuck. You're terrible. Which leads me to another point which sucks, is that people expect you to be perfect. And then if you make one mistake, you're fake. Which doesn't make any fucking sense, because in reality, it's the opposite. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm going to. I'm not perfect. I'm a person. I'm a human being at the end of the day. Am I gonna keep making the same mistake over and over and over again? No. I'm gonna try to learn from my mistakes. I wanna be held accountable when I do something wrong, because I wanna learn from it and grow and become a better person. And that's just not with YouTube either. That's with life. Like, if there's something that I'm doing that is affecting other people in a negative way, I want to work to change it. That has nothing to do with YouTube. That's just life in general. But if I make a mistake, understand that, like, I'm a person. Come to me as a friend, as a family member, as a human being, and say, hey, look, I love you and I care about your well-being. However, I don't agree with this, or whatever you want to say. But there's so many people that I will do one thing that they don't like, and they will cut me off and be like, fuck you, bitch, or block me, and then they'll talk shit and subtweet me because I did one thing wrong. But it's like, if your friend did that thing, like in your regular life, you wouldn't give a fuck. But because I'm a YouTuber, it's that much of a big deal. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, it shouldn't be like that at all. I'm still a person. Like, I'm a person just like everybody else. I don't really know how to explain this in the right way. Michelle kind of talked about it in her video too, where YouTubers get put on a pedestal or like idolized, or like they're like viewed as saints and can do no wrong. So as soon as they do something wrong, people are disappointed and they're so quick to cut them off. But they forget that they're still people. Just because they do one thing wrong doesn't mean that they're like not good people. We all do things wrong. Every single person watching this video has done something wrong. Does that make you a bad person? No. What makes you a shitty person is when you continue to do fucked up shit and don't care. When you show no remorse for it. But if you can apologize and you're working to become a better person and to grow, then there's nothing wrong. And even when you learn from things, even when you try to grow, you're still not going to be perfect. Because life doesn't work that way. There's nobody perfect. I can learn from my mistakes, but I'm still going to keep making them. Throughout my whole life, I'm going to keep making mistakes. Because that's life. That's what life is. I'm a person. Perfect is not real. It's not real. It doesn't exist. So if you see a YouTuber that's perfect, that's done no wrong ever, and you view them as unproblematic and they've never done anything wrong, chances are, not to like burst anyone's bubble, they're fake as fuck. Because what person do you know in the world who's never done anything? That means they're hiding a lot of shit. Either they're really, really good at just like being low key, which respect to you. If you can be low key and you're on social media, do you, girl, like live your private life, like I get it. Or they're hiding something. I think it's so absurd that there are so many people that say, I like real YouTubers. I only support real people. But then as soon as a real person makes a real mistake, like human beings do, you're fake, bitch. Fuck you, you're fake as fuck. How? How are they fake? Because they made a mistake like a fucking person does, like people do? They're fake? I do not understand that logic. That makes no fucking sense at all. So anyway, I'm gonna end this rant video at that. If you guys want me to talk about more things and if you like this video, make sure to give it a like and let me know what other topics regarding YouTube you want me to cover, because I can always do a part 2 of this. I'm more than down. It's just like getting really lengthy at this point and I want to like kind of get it up at a decent time. But I love you guys so much, and before I go, I want to point out that I'm extremely grateful for everything that you guys have done for me. It means the absolute world to me. You guys are my family. I love you so fucking much. I would be nothing without you, and I never want you to think for 1 second that because, you know, I get upset or there's some things about YouTube that upset me, that the good does not outweigh the bad, because the good always outweighs the bad. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still doing this, because you guys have given me a reason. You guys have told me your stories. You guys have told me that my videos inspire you and uplift you, and that's the reason why I started YouTube to begin with. That's all I wanted to do. So if I'm doing that, I'm gonna keep fucking doing it until my motherfucking channel goes to the fucking dirt or it gets deleted because I cuss way too much and YouTube's gonna fucking get rid of my ass. But seriously, thank you for everything that you've done for me. I can't fucking thank you enough. I literally cannot fucking thank you enough. You changed my life. Seriously. I would not be as happy as I am without you guys. You guys have given me a future for myself. You guys changed my fucking life. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. I love you guys so much again, and I will see you guys tomorrow actually with a video to teach you how to win free Amazon gift cards. So how to scam Amazon part 2. That video will be out tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow with my new video. Bye.